Hey guys, what is up? It's Bib07 here again, and welcome to another old school RuneScape vlog here tonight. We're going to be doing another one of these here at Pest Control. Excuse me. And as you can see by my point total, I didn't really get as far as I wanted to last night. I wanted to try and maybe get 100 points or so before I went to bed, but I was pretty tired, and we lost like 3 or 4 games in a row, and at that point I just sort of said screw it and got off because I was pretty tired and I had to work all day today, which was horrible because it was like 90 degrees outside today. And for those of you who don't know, I work at a pizza place, so I was back in the kitchen and it was just hot and sticky, and it was not a good day. We didn't have a fun time back there today. So really glad that that day is over, and probably gonna be playing a lot of RS just tonight to get my pest control points up. I'm gonna try and get to 200 just to get my helm before I leave tomorrow. But if I don't get it tonight, then I'll probably try and get it before I go to work tomorrow night, which will be good. I'm not sure if I'll upload a video tomorrow night because, as I said in my last one, I do go up to my girlfriend's house on Monday night, but I might try and make a quick video before I leave because she does have work pretty late, and I might get there before they're out of work. So yeah, I might try and just make a quick little vlog before I go up there. But on Tuesday night and Wednesday night there definitely won't be any videos. So yeah, but we did get a few comments on the last episode, and I want to talk about the things that you guys mentioned there. One guy left I did respond to all these comments, so those of you who did comment, you probably already know the answers to what you said, but I want to sort of address it to all my viewers. So this one guy said, his name is The Guardian. He said, can I make my Majrat Masters series on RS3, or did I quit? And yes, I do. I don't play RS3 anymore, really at all. And I went into pretty big detail when I responded back to him. I left a pretty long comment, just so I could sort of remember what I was thinking at the time and say it back now. But yeah, I don't really play RS3 anymore because I don't really like the way they're going with the updates. Because I used to always like to play RS3 as sort of like a solo game, if you know what I mean. I don't really like doing team activities very much. I like I like going to a boss solo and being able to keep all the loot for myself, and sort of if I get like a good drop, I don't have to worry about are they gonna split it, are they not, or whatever, and all that sort of thing. And I sort of like feel like ever since Virago came out, all the combat updates, besides Araxor, of course, have been sort of oriented towards groups or teams or something like that. But the way I like to do my PVM is like something like Nex, where it was pretty hard to solo it, or at least it used to be when I did it. But if you had good gear and you were good at you knew what to do, and you were good at doing it, and you're high enough level and all that sort of thing, you could solo it, and it was really rewarding and fun to do, and I really enjoyed it back then. But if you didn't want to solo it, you could still go in a team and kill it faster and get more kills, and be able to do it at a bit of a lower level. But in return, you'd have to split the loot with the team and whatever like that. So that's the way I sort of liked PVM. But things like Virago, things like Rise of the Six, you cannot do those by yourself. It's just like it's not possible. And they don't want you to be able to do it by yourself. Ever since Calfight King, they've sort of been moving away from the solo mechanic of bosses, and I think that's pretty sad because sure, you can go on the forums and find a team, but you make one mistake and you're basically going to get kicked from the team, and everyone on the forums is going to know that everyone on the forums is going to say you suck and you're never going to be able to find a team again. Or they'll be like, if you don't have the best weapons and gear in the game, they're not going to let you in, even though you could still easily participate and help kill the boss, no problem. but they're just, you know, elitists and they don't want to let people like that in, which I think is really annoying. And I don't like finding teams on the forums because, you know, some teams, like I did a lot of Virago when it first came out, and it was pretty fun even though I was just doing it with random people. It was fun because people weren't requiring you to have the best gear in the game. They just wanted people who sort of knew what to do, and I knew what to do, so I was having a lot of fun with it. But it was still sort of like, you know, it takes a while to kill one Virago boss, as I'm sure most of you know. So when you do kill it, you know, it's been like maybe 20 minutes if you're slow, or I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. Maybe you can kill it like at lightning speed right nowadays, but I don't know. All I know is like it used to be like maybe 20 minutes to kill it and get back for the next kill. And by then, oh, look at that, 66 range, nice. But by then, someone will usually be like, oh, okay, gotta go eat dinner, or like, you know, whatever. They leave, and the team, you know, you have to find someone else to join the team from the forums, and that can take however long. So it's kind of annoying having to wait on other people and you sort of like depend on other people. That's another thing I don't like about Team PVM. Especially with people that I don't know, is that you have to like depend on the other people in the team not to mess up and ruin the kill, or, you know, whatever like that. You have to depend on them for that, and you have to depend on them not to just ditch you and go do something else while you're doing it. Like you can't just, unless you have like a million friends or you're like a famous YouTuber, you can't just be like, you know what, right now I want to go do some Virago and then just go do it. You have to, like, you know, find the team, which can take forever in some situations, like take like several hours, and it's just, you know, I don't find that fun really. I sort of like the way they do it in World of Warcraft, which I played a little bit of, where the dungeon finder, you can just sort of queue up anywhere you are in the whole world, and it'll find you a dungeon with people just randomly, and it's sort of a lot easier to find teams that way. So that would be cool if they sort of had that. But then, you know, there's those people that would just leave if they didn't get a team full of the best people ever, and it's, I don't know, it's sort of it's sort of a different community as a whole between those two games. But yeah, that's just sort of the many reasons why I don't like Team PVM. And you know, they just recently released those 10-man raids, which is like, you know, they're just moving further and further away from being able to solo anything, and it's just not something I'm interested in. So yeah, and another thing I touched on in the comment was as things tend to do, new stuff comes out, and as the new stuff comes out, the older stuff becomes less profitable, while the new stuff is the most profitable thing you can do. And since all the new stuff that they're releasing tends to be Team PVM, which I'm not a fan of, I'm not really interested in playing the game right now. But, you know, who knows? I might go back to it in the future, maybe on my Iron Man or something. But as for right now, I'm not going to be playing RS3. But I might do some series like the Majrat Master here on Old School, if you guys would like to see that. Not right now, obviously. I need to get some stats up first, but I definitely might do that. Like, you know, get all the God Wars pieces solo or whatever. But yeah, that's in the future when I get my combat stats up a little bit more. But still, that's something you guys would be interested in. I definitely want to do that. So yeah, that was one topic I wanted to talk about. Was RS3, and the other one was my friend Alex left this one. How do I feel about Deadman mode? I mean, I said in the last video that I would talk about that, so yeah, I'm going to do that now. This might be a bit of a longer one because I've got these. I had a lot to say on that first topic there, and this one, I don't know. I'm not really sure how much I have to say, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Deadman mode is going to be coming out in a few months, I think, maybe a month or two. I'm not really sure on the details of it too much, but basically what it is there's going to be some separate worlds for it, and they're going to be sort of like, you know, Deadman worlds, and the worst part about it for me here is you're gonna have to make a new account, which kind of stinks because you have to pay separate membership and all that, and I'm not really looking to do that. But yeah, you're gonna make a new account, and it's gonna be a Deadman account, and I guess it can only log into those worlds, obviously, because they're Deadman worlds. And what the sort of rules are, it's basically like Iron Man mode, I think. I'm not 100% sure though, because I haven't really read too much on it. I'm gonna go look right now, because when I said that, I always thought it was like Iron Man mode, but now I'm not 100% sure anymore, because when I said that, let's see, announcements I guess is where it would be. Deadman mode, here we go. Deadman mode is blah blah blah. Let's see. Yep, it's a dedicated Deadman server. Oh, you can use your existing account. Well, that's good. I swore you were gonna have to make a new account. Maybe you were at the beginning and they changed it because people didn't like it, but that's pretty awesome, because I could definitely do it now, which is pretty cool. You'll be able to attack anyone you meet anywhere. However, if you get skulled, you won't be able to enter a safe zone without being killed by the guards until the skull is gone. So that's sort of like in World of Warcraft. If you're playing in a PvP world, people can attack you anywhere. But if you're in like a base area, the guards will kill them if they try and kill you. So yeah, that's interesting to know. And if you kill a player, you get to raid their bank, which is pretty awesome. So it's like, you know, if they have like, you know, full bandos and a bunch of crazy stuff in their bank, and they don't even have, like, if they're just naked but they have a bunch of crazy stuff in their bank and you kill them, you're going to be able to raid their bank and, you know, take as much of their stuff as you want, or maybe it's only a full inventory of it. If you get killed, you get your bank raided, and you also lose half of your XP, which is kind of weird. I don't really know how that works. Like, what does it mean, half of your XP? Like, half of your XP in every single skill, your XPs all get cut in half and your levels go down and stuff. That's pretty weird. It's never sort of been a thing before, I don't think. You know, you never lost XP unless, well, you could reset your account on RS3 with the pure reset sort of deal, but yeah, still. It's gonna. A friend mentioned this. It's gonna make for maybe some potential for some interesting accounts. Like you could have a one defense account with Barrow's gloves, because you could get your defense level to go back down to 1 after getting the gloves themselves, which don't require a defense level to wear. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so basically, there's a bunch of safe zones across the world. They're marked in green on the world map they show in the dev blog, which is they're pretty big, which is kind of good, I guess. They're most of the major cities are safe zones. You know, all of Varrock, all of Falador, all of East Ardy, all of Yanil, all of the entire Treenome stronghold is a safe zone, which is going to be a pretty good place to train your woodcutting and stuff. And then Relica is also a safe zone, and so are Net is not, and Jatizso or whatever. But only inside the towns themselves. Around the outsides of the islands, they are not safe zones. And based on this map, Lunar Isle is not a safe zone at all. So if you want to go get Vengeance on, you better be careful. And of course Lumbridge, I don't know if I mentioned that, as well as the Void Knight's outpost. The entire Void Knight Island is a safe zone, so might be a good place to do your bank standing. You can't really get lured out the bank at all. The city of Sophanem is also a safe zone, so I wonder if they'll be able to like kill you during Pyramid Plunder, and that if that counts as a safe zone or not. That'd be pretty interesting. And lastly, Port Phasmates is also a safe zone, so plenty of safe zones, but also plenty of not safe zones. Oh, the Sears Village Bank is as well, and the Catherby Bank, but only the bank. Could barely even see that one. And there might be some I'm missing just because of they're so small. But yeah, pretty interesting. Let's see what the rules are exactly. PvP is enabled everywhere, blah, 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 blah. You can protect up to 5 skills at a time, so you don't lose any XP in the skills, which is limited to only 2 combat skills. So you could focus on getting 5 skills up, and then just get them up high and use them to sort of fight, I guess. But it's limited to only 2 combat skills, so I don't know. You get your attack and strength to like 99, but you lose hit points, which is, I mean, I guess it's a big deal, but you can't really do anything about it. And then train your 3 other skilling skills up, and use those which is kind of interesting. You can also insure items that are in your bank so that they can't be stolen even if you're killed. But yeah, so that's going to be probably pretty expensive to do and hard, so I wouldn't really count on that, especially at the very beginning. But if you are, of course, wearing items, even if they're insured, they're going to drop to the ground and be able to be taken by whoever killed you. And it'll also be 5 times XP. Like instead of the normal XP you get in the game, multiply it by 5, and that'll be the XP you get on Deadman mode, which is pretty crazy. You're going to be able to get your accounts up obviously 5 times faster, and it's just going to be kind of nuts to see how fast you can get some certain skills up depending on what you do. But it does not say anything about it being Iron Man. This game mode takes old school to a darker level where you can't trust anyone and your best friend can become your enemy at a moment's notice. That's pretty dramatic of them. But it does not say. I don't see. I'm trying to find if it says anything about it being Iron Man mode. No, it doesn't say anything about it being Iron Man mode. I just sort of assumed it would be. If you guys know anything about that, let me know, because I'm interested to know if it's Iron Man mode or not, because that would be interesting if it is or not. But I think it's a pretty awesome idea. I think it's definitely going to be... Oh, here's what it says. Oh, I guess this is the first dev blog, so it's not real. That's not really what's going to happen. They changed it in the second dev blog. So yeah, I don't know if it's Iron Man mode or not, which will be interesting. I think it should be, kind of. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. I think it'll be good either way because it's free technically. If you're already playing old school, it's just a free new mode you can try out for fun. So now I'm really looking forward to it now that I know I don't have to make a new account for it, and I'm definitely going to be making some videos on it when it does come out. So yeah, I think it's a pretty awesome thing that's going to come out in the near future, and really cool idea. I'm pretty sure the community came up with it, and everyone seems like to really enjoy it and think it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, just in general, I think it's a really cool idea, sort of like a unique spin on the game, and it's going to definitely make for some interesting live streaming content and video making. So I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really have much else to say on that exactly because there's not too much information about it. Just what they've told us so far seems pretty awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it in the near future. But yeah, other than that, you guys, I hope you all did enjoy this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see me talk about in tomorrow night's video, and let me know what your opinions are on Deadman mode as well as the RS3 updates if you do play RS3. Other than that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.